Hey, what's up my spooky family? It's me, TaySpooky, and I didn't post a video last week because I was taking a self-care week trying to rejuvenate and get all my crap together. It's been rough. My class is practically over and we wanted to go ghost hunting, paranormal investigating at the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, and I was actually referred to this place by someone on social media, and I don't remember who it is, but if I find it, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit somewhere where it's due. But I couldn't find it. So we called them, and you can actually pay to go investigate. They do overnight tours there and all kinds of cool stuff. If you haven't already, subscribe to become a part of the spooky family down below. Please, we're growing very rapidly and I'm so excited about it. And without further ado, in this video I'm going to talk about the history of the Hill House and why it's so haunted, what happened there, what is it, and then next week we're gonna go and we're gonna upload that paranormal investigation, because that entire video I want it to be like a two-part video. I don't want to have to spend any time explaining it. I want to just have like a full-on investigation there. So this video will be the explanation and that one will be the investigation itself. The Hill House in Mineral Wells is right next to the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells, and it actually served as like a brothel. Let me see, I have it pulled up here and I'll have it linked down below if you want to go look at it. It has direct ties to the Baker Hotel. It was a brothel supplying working girls and bootleg for the Baker at one point. So he owned that house and did illegal things with it. It is said to be haunted by 9 spirits, and I actually don't know a lot about it because I just found out about this house, but I'm very excited to go investigate it. Like I said, we were gonna go today, but we called them and then they ended up saying that they had just got done with an overnight investigation and they wanted to go home and they wanted to go feed their animals and all that and blah blah blah. It's fine. It just wasn't meant to be today, but I'm so excited to go, and it's gonna be a little expensive, but worth it. It's worth it for you guys. So I'm just gonna read off some information from this. It says, we have intelligent haunting, residual haunting, and visitations from the Baker Hotel. So what that means is there are spirits who know they are spirits. They know exactly what's going on, because sometimes spirits don't know and they just kind of live in the moment that they tragically died over and over again. So there are spirits that know they're spirits, and then there are spirits who, according to this, come from the Baker Hotel to kind of like visit, like the ghosts kind of go back and forth, I guess. And then there are residual energy from when it was there, and that doesn't necessarily mean like spirits. It could just be like that energy in the time was so strong that it lingered. So like if it was a really angry person in one room all the time, that room would have like a residual negative angry energy, if you get what I'm saying. It is said that there is a little boy spirit in the upstairs area, and he is the dominant spirit, which is very unusual for kids to be dominant spirits. He was a disfigured child born to one of the working girls. Okay, that makes sense. That sucks. He lived there until he was 6. One of the owners reportedly fell in a well out back and died. He reported to be one of the permanent guests. I wonder if there's still a well there though. Yeah. I want to go see. Wells scare me. Ever since the ring, all wells scare me. Several people died on the property as a result of the flu outbreak, including the former owners, Deborah Renfro. I think I'm saying that right. So people died of disease, accidents. So some of the things that happen when you go on the property is people will get nauseous, they'll get headaches, they'll get really, really dizzy. And that's really common with places with really high paranormal activity and energy. People will be physically affected. I get goosebumps and I get dizzy. I don't really ever get nauseous, but sometimes I'll get anxious. Some people are visited by a malevolent spirit the next day after visiting the house. Oh, that's scary. So like, I guess the spirit follows them wherever they are from the house. We're gonna have to do some protection there. Wow. Since investigations have started, all groups doing investigations have agreed the house is haunted. So no one went and said this place isn't haunted. Everyone agrees it's haunted. They have EVPs, pictures, videos, orbs, K2 sessions with intelligent conversations, and groups have had balls moved by the little boy's spirit, because when people try to do investigations with kids' spirits, they usually bring in toys. So we need to take a ball. We're going to take a ball and try to communicate with the little boy like that. That would be very interesting. So this place is so haunted and dangerous. I mean, dangerous, but like, I think it probably is really dangerous. That little kids aren't allowed to be there, pregnant women aren't allowed to be there, and people with certain mental disabilities and mental illnesses aren't allowed to be there. It's not suggested that they go, but kids actually aren't allowed to be there. You have to sign a waiver before you go in, and obviously you got to talk to the owners before you go into a house so you're not trespassing. We're gonna pay to go, and we have complete permission. Well, not in this video, but in the next video when we do the investigation, I'll link all the information there. But yeah, they don't recommend pregnant women. They don't recommend anyone under the age of 13. So not just like small children, like no one under the age of 13. And there's a lot of creepy photos. So I guess I'll show y'all this one. And then I'm gonna link a really good photo in this corner of the house because I think it's like really pretty. It doesn't say when the house was built or anything. So this house is 100+ years old. It's very old. I don't know if it's older than the Baker Hotel because I don't remember when the Baker Hotel was built. The house is just about as old as that. It's probably older actually because this says it is a 100-year-old house. So a family from Hearst actually bought the house at one point, and then as soon as they figured out what they got themselves into, they were offering other people, say, you want to buy it? They didn't know what they were getting into. It says the woman who bought the house, named Kim, won't even go up to the top stairs, and the male owner says he won't even mow the lawn, not even in the middle of the day. They won't even go there knowing what they know. They don't even want to be on that property. The ghosts, some adults, some children, come out at all hours. So this house haunting is so strong that they don't come when the veil is thinnest. Like, they have the ability to manifest whenever they want, any time of day, any time of year, any moon cycle. It don't matter. They are manifesting all the time. The house is as wacky in the middle of the day as it is at night. The two have never lived at the home and say they never will. They experienced a lot just from going and trying to renovate it, not even like living there. That's crazy. We're gonna experience some great, I'm so excited. The Haunted Hill House is the most haunted house in Mineral Wells. We already knew that. There is a female ghost who hums happily in the kitchen, and the ghost of a child named Joshua who allegedly talks to house guests. The man who bought the house was never interested in paranormal activity, but he became an impromptu ghost host on the weekends. Is this the guy that we called? Is this the same man?
Might be.
He tells stories of a few dozen people who have been scratched. He has learned, okay, so these ghosts are dangerous. He even tells a story of one man who was pushed to the ground by force, left with bruises and a thumbprint and 4 fingerprints. The child spirits like to get on your back. Oh, I'm so scared. And they'll sit beside you. So they'll like physically touch all over you and even abuse you. And
take them Hot Wheels.
Ronin said he's gonna take a Hot Wheels for the kid.
A kazoo.
He's selling the Mineral Wells home. He's asking for $125,000. He says he won't sell it to someone who wants to demolish it. That's very kind of him for people like us who really cherish places like that. He hopes to hand it off as a paranormal research center to someone who wants to continue the Haunted Hill House home business. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. A 3rd bedroom was sealed up for unknown reasons before the Kershoffs bought it. They didn't find it until after a year that they bought it. The home is 2,800 square feet. And like I said, it's right next to the Baker Hotel. And it is so famous that Ghost Adventures has been there.
Wow.
So there's not a whole lot of information I can actually find online about this house, except that it is very physically active. The ghosts are not afraid to scare the shit out of people, and they're not afraid to do anything at certain times of day. So we're gonna go do that next week. I'm very excited to drop this video, and I apologize for not dropping a video last week. I have, like I said, been taking a mental health week. I haven't even been on social media or anything. I've just been chillaxing. I've been doing my own thing. And I feel much better. I feel much more rested, and I'm very excited to start focusing my awe into my videos for you guys again, because for a little bit I was burned out on everything. Oh, also I wanted to tell you guys something happened the other day. It was so spooky. In my update video, we weren't careful enough, or it was Screaming Bridge Part 2. I was talking about that I feel like something followed me home. Something along those lines happened again. So in that video I told you guys that my little pimple popper on my vanity was moved and put back in front of my face and all that. And it was done in such a way that I was kind of like, I didn't overlook it, like it was like gone. That happened again. So I was in the backyard and I was getting some sage. This little chunky caterpillar was eating my sage. I was picking what I could so that it all didn't get eaten. And I was making sage bundles. So I came in and I have this little towel closet, and in the towel closet, I don't keep towels. I keep like a whole bunch of miscellaneous things, mostly like my crafting stuff. And I have some string in there. There are 2 rolls of string. One is white string, it's like cotton, and that's what you want to make your smudge sticks with. And then one is like this brown string, and it's like plasticky coated. I don't know. It's not what you want to burn though, so I don't use that for bundles. I was looking for some string, and I was looking for the cotton string, and I looked in there and I didn't see it, and I was like, where is it? Because I just used it not too long ago. I made a bundle not that long ago for lavender. I was looking in there, I didn't find it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just make a bundle with this brown string. I'll just hang it to dry with the brown string, and then I'll rebundle it later with the cotton string. But then I looked a little further back. I actually grabbed the thing and like pulled it out, and then I saw there was like a loose piece of white cotton string in the back, so I grabbed that instead and put the brown string back, and it was long enough, it was fine, and that was it. I made my bundle, moved on with my day, and then I started working on my book of shadows. And when I was working on my book of shadows, I wanted some Sharpies, and the Sharpies are also in that closet. And I go to open the closet door, and what is right there in the center, like so close to the edge, in the very middle, not in the middle, but like it was in the middle but pushed all the way forward, was my cotton string. And I know it wasn't there because I would have knocked it down, because I like got in the closet to grab the string, and then I like pulled the brown string. I would have knocked it down, but it didn't. So something's taking my things and being mischievous and moving my stuff. And I also saw a I don't know if I want to call it like a shadow person or an apparition, but I was sitting in my bed one morning just kind of looking around. I look at my plants and stuff, and my door was halfway open, and I saw a figure of a man walk like kind of sideways but into my room at the same time. And I didn't actually think much of it. I was just kind of like, oh, that really just happened. That just happened. I just saw that. And it wasn't like in my peripheral, like I was looking straight at it. So that happened too, but it didn't feel negative, so I didn't think that much about it. I just thought I would let you guys know what's going on in my house and my personal life right now, and that's it. So a little bit of stuff's going down. All right, well, so I will see you guys in part 2 for this video. I'm so excited. We're gonna be taking 2 guests with us, and I'm not entirely sure who yet, but they'll be in the video. I love you guys. Stay safe, don't get possessed, be good, don't do nothing bad, don't do nothing to bring negative energy to you. That's all I got on this house. There's not a whole lot, but I'm sure when we get there, it is gonna be very, very exciting. I'm very excited. I am definitely gonna need to prepare myself to be as the least amount vulnerable as possible, because it sounds like this is kind of a dangerous endeavor, and yeah.